Hey guys, so you're welcome to the third version of this tutorial. So today I'm going to show you how to fix a fly zip on your pants. So a fly zip is that sort of closed zip that you see on trousers. You can see them on jean skirts or sometimes some dresses. No, not really on dresses, just on some skirts and some pants, but they are mostly English skirts. So as you can see, we have two of these. I just cut out 4 inches, 4 inches by, like, let's say 8 inches, 9 inches, 10 inches is fine because you eventually trim off your excess. So it's 4 inches by, let's say, 9. I think here I have about 10. So it's actually 4 inches by 9.5. That's what I have here. And this side is 4 inches, and I folded it and gave it a good press. So I have two panels of this. So I have my front panel on my trouser like this. If you've not seen how I cut this trouser and how I fixed my pocket, I'm going to be linking those videos in the description box below so you can check them out. So first, what I'm going to be doing on my front panel, I'm going to be marking the length of my zip, how long I want my zip. So I want it to be 7 inches. So on my 7-inch line, I'm going to make a snip there. I'm just going to notch that side so you can see I have my notch here. So I'm going to pick one of these. I'm just going to keep one aside, then I'm going to pick one of these, then I'll pick this side as well. Then I'm going to put that on top, on the right side of my pants, like so. Then I'm going to sew using 0.5 cm sewing allowance. I'm going to sew up to here. Now I'm going to turn this like so, and also sew as well. Just opening so this is what I have, like this. So I'm just going to grab my zipper. I have this zip, it's a short zip, so I'm going to match it like so. So I will ensure that this metal point sits just before my notch, like that. So that's what I'm going to do. Then it's on that line. Now this line that I sewed, that's where my zip is going to be on, like so. Look at that. Then I'm going to sew on this side. Now look closely again. This is my zip, this is my crouch line. Then the end point of the zip is going to be like so. Meanwhile, I'm minding that on this my notch point, that's where the metal side of the zip is going to relax, but my zip is starting from this seam that I have here, that seam that I top stitched earlier. So I'm going to sew on the other side of the zipper. So by the time I open it, I have this. So for the second one, I'm going to sew close this place. So I'm just going to make a straight stitch across like so. So this this piece, I'm just going to line it like this on my zipper. You can see the raw edge is the one that is sitting with the zipper like so. Then I'm going to grab that open, flip it and sew it. Now I'm just sewing that piece to the zipper. I'm not sewing the trouser or any other part. Run out of bobbin thread. Now this is what I have at the moment. This is what yours should also look like. So I'm going to just grab the other side of the pant like so. So you see where that notch is. I'm just going to try to align it to where this other notch is so you can see. So I'm just going to extend it here too. You can see I'm making sure that the waist side aligns and the notched point here too aligns. Then I'm going to be sewing. Now I'm sewing very close to the zip teeth. I'm just using my hands to just caress the zip and check for the zip teeth. Please, when you're fixing your fly zip, make sure that you're cutting out any excess thread that you have. So at this point, this is what the right side should look like. You can see. So I'm just going to sew on top of this seam here. Just running another stitch over there. Now I'm going to close this like so. Then I'll bring out the crouch. Now where we have those notches, I'm going to sew from my notched point here. This notch point, I'm just going to move everything and sew across my crouch. Now I'm not going to sew till the end. I'm just going to stop somewhere around 1 inch through the end. We'll later come back to that. So by the time you open it, naturally this side should begin to fall over like so. So you can see it's beginning to close up on its own. This side it's falling over like so. You can see. So what you're going to do now is to open this side, one side of the fly. I'm going to move it away. Then I'm just going to make marks just to guide me through this seam that I'm doing now. You can make any shape you want. I'm just taking out the other side, so I'm going to sew on this side like this. Now make sure this seam is as neat as possible because it's on the front side of your pants. When I get to the midpoint of the pants here, I'm going to just back stitch. Now this is what it looks like on this side, so I'm going to now close this back. Then I'll just come over to this side after I've closed it. Then I'm just going to sew along that same line that I sewed earlier. I'm going to sew on that same line and back stitch again, just on the same line. So you can see this is our fly. This is what it looks. We've gone ahead to close here. By the time you keep this, you can see this is it. You see? So this is our fly zip. I'm just going to go ahead and give this side a good press. Then I'll trim off this excess that I have here. You're going to trim that out before you couple your pants. You can see this is my zipper. This is when it's open, this is it when it's closed. So this is it about my fly zip, guys. So this is it, guys. Please ensure to like, share and subscribe. Thank you. See you in my